Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast.
Heavyweight Podcast.
Heavyweight Podcast. You listen.
We can weigh in on some heavy shit, you know. What's good? This is episode 54 of the Heavyweight Podcast. Who was that? That was 54 on the Lakers. Is it Horace Grant?
Horace Grant, yes, sir.
So, this is episode 54. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys.
Kevin Kiki Couture Wendell. What up? What up?
Is this because the Black Panther trailer came out today? Or not today, the other day, last week, and then now you... I'm Molito. I'm just Molito. I don't know who this Negro is.
Yeah, I'm just Geek 40.
So, how were your weeks, gentlemen?
This nigga look like a 90s music video.
This nigga about to break dance.
Hey, turn me up. Turn me up. My week was... sorry.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I was just, you was
Well, mine was uneventful. I was chilling, recovering from being old and drinking once.
Right. Fucking facts. Facts. He's not lying. He is not. Don't trigger me so early in the pod, Kevin. Shit, I had 3 drinks on one night, and I couldn't get up to 1 o'clock the next day. I said, what kind of world is this? I gotta stop drinking. I got shit to do. I can't be doing this. Facts.
That's what we're at now. That's what we're at.
You know, with that wine with the start doing shit drunk, I guess. I don't know.
Other than that, just work, man.
I thought you were gonna reference that guy that kept walking behind the fucking the venue and coming back out. That nigga looked like he lived in the venue.
No, he that the older Hispanic guy with the beard. Yeah, he lived there. Everybody knew him.
With the ponytail?
No, the one with the he had the pepper beard, and he the one that was yelling at everybody. He lived there.
He slept on the pool table.
He lived there. For sure. My week was uneventful as well. I just worked. I'm gearing up for Sesame Place, and I'm hoping that we get disrespected because I'm suing.
Too late.
You know they're gonna be on their P's and Q's now.
I know, but I'm hoping that somebody not, because I'm in like, run me my money.
They're gonna, if anything, they're gonna be super nice to you and offend all the white people.
Right.
They're gonna be seeing every black kid. They're gonna be going out of their way to be nice to every black kid and ignore all the white people. If anything, shit, like.
This is San Diego instead of Philadelphia, so we'll see. I plan on stopping, give me some whole dads and some fried chicken.
Don't be surprised if they scream reverse racism out this motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. What about you, Geek?
Just trying to get used to working again and having to be there at 4 a.m.
Damn, excuse me?
Huh? Yeah.
A.M.?
Yeah.
To what time?
So,
to 8?
I wish not. But it's cool. Trying to learn all I can. Well, I say learn. Most of huh?
What time do you go to bed?
Still figuring that part out. My body's still used to going to bed super late, so
you don't sleep.
You're right. Right. So it's an adjustment. I'll get there.
This thing got great.
And I do have the option to come in at 5. I may take that at some point, but
the option.
Yeah,
that would have been the choice. It would have been made.
I mean, I kind of prefer to go in early and get out early if I can.
Hour ain't gonna kill you, my nigga. What 5 to what? 5 to 2?
Yeah.
5 to 3? Yeah, come on.
Traffic wise, what it does.
Right. Yeah.
Traffic wise. How far is it from the place?
About 18,
Miles or minutes?
20 miles.
South or north or south?
Uh, it's in Fontana. So I
Yeah,
gotta,
go in at 4.
yeah, yeah. I don't hit
I'm
no
just
traffic on the way there, and I
I'm
don't hit
really
no traffic on the way back.
Enough said.
I'm really impressed that you said north to south and not east or west. That's impressive.
Why?
It's like you knew.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just an adjustment period.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. So as we get on, we're gonna start this first topic.
No, man. You time out. Time out. How was your week?
Yeah, how was your week, nigga? How was your
How
week?
was your week?
Our
Did kind of move on
Nickel,
quite quick.
nickel,
Try to slide
it,
out.
it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I get a different kind of attention now. So
Is
I'm
it
enjoying
You
it.
walk around with that big dick injury? Energy? What you saying? That's what you
I
swinging?
think however you want to say that, I just know it's a different attention that I receive. But I guess when you spend money on yourself, that they
do
notice.
you
That
do
is
you
the
ever do
hardest thing for me to do.
the light skinned nigga look at the check stand, just
Oh,
Yeah,
raise the eyebrow just slightly? What's that nigga do?
I
he
get a
out there.
little
He out there living the Kendrick song.
getting free grocery bags and shit. They be like, "Oh, it was 10 cents here." Look at that. Just, but yeah, it was a eventful week just at work. You know, still enjoying my tractor while I have it. Um, you know what I'm saying?
Cause they lurking.
Getting different getting different reactions from my coworkers and stuff. You know, and they let you know that when they don't see you as a bum no more, they give you all this. They're super nice. But yeah, I'm just enjoying it. Just enjoying it while it lasts. 'Cause when his hair go bummy, I'll save some money. But let's get into that first topic.
What he says is he's not paying to get a rebraid.
Not quickly. It's going to be something that it's going to be. There's going to be a fund. This is Heavyweight Podcast. If you guys want to support the Stutter McFly Hair Fund and you know what I'm saying, keep a nigga looking spiffy, then I might do it for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, eventually we're going to get on Patreon. You guys can start investing in us. You know what I'm saying? There's a GoFundMe, a Kickstarter, whatever you guys want to do. We appreciate you here at the Heavyweight Podcast. But you know, we have a thread that we go to, and we have topics in this thread. And the first thing we want to talk about, Mo Lethal brought this up, was dad guilt. So I'm gonna let him elaborate further, so we don't get it misconstrued.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead, Mo.
it's simple. So my wife and I have a conversation. She was talking to me about mom guilt and how like some moms feel like they're not being good mothers because they're not doing this, or they see another child and their child's more progressed, or another mom's like paying more attention, or like or another mom's like spending more time doing more activities, and and she was like, "You guys don't have that." I said, "Man, we have dad guilt." I said, but I said, dad guilt is more so for me personally. My guilt is that I don't have the time to spend with her that she wants. That's my guilt. My guilt is that I'm always doing something or working, that my interaction with her is limited through the day. Because like on a normal day, I'm up at 5. I'm out the door by 7. She sleep. I get home about 7:30, 8 o'clock. She got her bedtime is 8:30. So it's like I get a small window with her, and it's like that's my guilt because I know when I walk through the door, she's excited to see me, and she wants to play with dad. She wants to be with dad. I get that, and that's what my guilt is, that I don't have the time to give her except for on the weekends. So that's how I deal with it. So I was like, no, I was telling her like, no, man, we have the same thing. We have guilt. Like we wish we can give our children the everything, but we just logically we know that it's not realistic. So
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. That's the big deal, because you have to think of you being a provider, what that entails, and sometimes you might get a day where you have the time, but you won't have the energy. And it sucks because it's a trade-off. Like you be like, oh, I got to get off early today, and then you get home and you're like, I'm super tired. Like, and
You
you're
ever
trying
notice
to
how
have
when
the
you get
energy.
off early, you still get home at the same time?
Yeah, because you end up running errands or have to do this or have a this and do that, and then you're like, God damn it, I'm still off at the same time.
That shit sucks.
I was like,
I'll be getting
yeah,
mad when that happens.
yeah.
Yeah, I might as well got paid and just.
So do you go through that, Kevin? Like, do you have like man, I wish I could have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think mine is almost like the same deal with the time and stuff like that. It's like right before we were about to record, I came out and my daughter was like, "Daddy, you're not going to work, are you?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'll be here." Like that shit. You're like, "Oh man."
Yo, so she used to like not ask me, but now she does it almost every night. She comes and says, Dad, you go to work? I was like, yeah, babe, I got to work tomorrow. I don't want you to go to work. And I'm like, don't do this to
Yeah,
me. Like, come on now. Like, I can't take this. She's like, oh no, I want you to stay with Phoenix. I was like, baby, Daddy got to work. Okay,
yeah.
like it that shit's hurtful.
It's
It's
rough.
hurtful because I feel like I'm like actively rejecting her. Like, no, I'm not gonna. I got like it. That shit hurt. It's painful.
Yeah, I think the trade off is knowing what I'm going to work for and stuff. So I'm like, all right,
Well, see,
I'll spend the time with you when I got it off.
I don't think Kendall's at the age now where she call you all day.
She calls me in the morning. She has to see me
Okay.
for sure.
I get
Like,
like three,
hey,
four. I get
call
three,
back.
four calls a day. I'm like,
Yeah,
hello,
I think.
Dad, where you at? I'm at work. Where you at? I'm at work, baby. Oh, and then that's why I told my wife, I said, I don't have to put a tracker on you because she's been to tell me everything. Oh, but mommy's yeah 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 and granny yeah yeah yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Are you listening? Yeah. Are they being good? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Dad, I'll talk to you. She don't say talk to you later. She said, I'll call you back. She say I'll talk to you back. I said, okay, so call to you later. Hang up. 4 hours later, she called back, same conversation. Like, so I know from her calling, like, man, I just want to be a dad. Like she
Yeah,
follows me to the trash can and throw trash away. Like I can't leave this house without her unless I have a brown uniform on. That's how her mental works. It's hurtful. It's hurtful.
I think that's where most of our guilt comes from. I don't know. I don't know if we look at each other like, well, I guess sometimes you see dads out there and they got all the time in the world, and you're like, how the fuck, man? I wish I could be out there and just scooping up balls and stuff. Like, I
That's
guess I
a
got to
whole
learn.
different way.
Huh?
I
Huh?
took that a whole different way.
I knew
Oh,
it.
I
I knew it
shouldn't.
was
Yeah, I
coming.
didn't even think about it.
I knew it
Right.
was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it. I knew
Palm
it.
Springs.
Wait,
Palm
I
what?
knew
Springs.
it. Thinking.
Like,
I
wait,
knew it.
what? Scooping balls up? What?
I knew it.
It
I
took
knew
my
it.
brain a second to go. Oh, he means okay, right,
Sports,
I knew it.
right. Sports.
softball, you know,
Playing catch.
softball,
Yeah.
playing catch. I guess I could have said that. Sorry, but yeah, those are the things that I guess my guilt comes from.
Oh shit. I'm a perverted nigga.
We
Anyway,
are.
that's. But yeah, the idea of the dad guilt, it sucks because like I said, the energy and then the time, and then you want to provide, but then you realize providing entails loss of time. Then also having ventures outside of it to try to make bigger opportunities so you can have in the long run more streams of revenue for them to have in the future also takes away that time. So
Let's not fail to mention that when you're the only source of income, it's double
yeah,
the impact.
yeah.
That is like I don't have the option of not working today. Like I need to work today because it's daddy's check or no check.
I have to explain that all the time. Why are you going to work? Well, this house this house doesn't continue to be in this our house if
Yeah.
money's not coming in. So it's like they get it, but then they always say also it's always the flip side is oh I'll ask dad for it. Dad has the money, I'll ask Dad for it. And it's like, shit, like you can't keep doing that. Like, so Dad has to be the bad guy sometimes when I say no. So. Or they'll look at Disneyland. Side note, they'll look at Disneyland like that shit was free, and then keep asking for it. When we going back? I said, Disneyland was expensive.
I told you.
So let's go buy some more lightsabers. Dog, lightsabers cost money. Like, what the shit?
I told you. I said, you open up Pandora's box. They gonna want to go every year now.
Hey.
Y'all started on them now.
Yeah, you can't go on Wish.com now because now they know what the real thing looks like.
Yeah. None of that knockoff shit. You go to Castle Park. This ain't Disneyland. The fuck? Like,
are we gonna talk about knots?
oh yes.
Oh,
I can.
And it's funny because when I saw the original topic of Knott's Berry Farm, I thought about what Kevin had said right before. You had said that that a fight had broken out, and then it ended up happening worse. So it's like shit.
So,
and I'm a piece
who wants to talk about it? Who wants to bring it up?
Tell him 40. Tell him what happened. Niggas get robbed.
Man, just teens going crazy. The fact that it got so bad that the whole city's like, nah, if you 17 or younger, you have to have a chaperone.
That's crazy.
I don't know how that works. That ain't even gonna work.
I don't know how that's gonna work either.
They've already said that the park numbers are down because of this rule. So
It's
like now, they say now is the time to go to Knox because you can ride everything in 3 hours.
Nice, very nice.
Ain't nobody, and the chaperone thing is a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
So you can't have like 30-year-old with like 3 teenagers. No, you gotta have 3 other. It's a 1-for-1. I said that's fucked up. What if you a single mom or a single dad, and you got 4 kids, and one's 13, one's 15. And you done bought these tickets already. I'd be mad as shit.
Tough titty. Nah, shit. That just means they was going to fight.
All I know is I will be going to Knox while this rule is in effect, so that my daughter can experience everything in one go.
I'm gonna go when it comes back up and just fight some teens. Get this aggression out.
Ideas and thoughts of Kevin Wendell or Kevin Wendell's alone, and we love teens here at the Heavyweight Podcast.
First of all, I have no problem fighting a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah, 19, 18.
He's legal.
We chunking them. We chunking them. Oh, you ready?
Get these fucking hands. All right, let me tell you something, young gun.
Just want to point out 2 episodes ago, Mo said "fuck them kids," so I'm just pointing out that we do love the kids here at the Heavyweight Podcast. There's no hate. If you guys want to follow, like, and subscribe.
I mean this with all due disrespect. Fuck them kids.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get on to the next topic.
Hold on, real quick. But no, if y'all saw the footage, that it was a full on like brawl. Like they were like 30 strong. Like it was like I said, nigga, are they jumping this nigga in the gang? Like what's going? It was bad. It was bad.
You know what I would have done if I was still there? Close the gate and walk.
They did. I think they shut closed that whole weekend.
Yeah, they shut the whole park down. Yeah.
I would have did that before they closed the park. Fighting. Close the door, man. It's cool. I am not security.
I said, man, I'm not.
That's
that happened to me, and I walked away. I was like, "Oh, they fighting," and I was like, "Well, I gotta go fix this rag." So,
all it takes is a couple. That's the thing. And I used to see the times I've been, all I ever see was parents dropping kids off and being like, "Here, go hang out in Knots. Don't bother me." Like now, it's like all it takes is a couple, and it fucks up for everything else. So.
And them same kids gonna be at Castle Park. Now we can't even go to Castle Park.
Right,
Castle Park. Niggas want to go to Castle Park. Anyway, the next topic. Mo likes to share TikToks a lot, and this one I thought was particularly interesting. It was a woman that said that men ain't shit, right? So there was a woman's response to another woman's "man ain't shit," and she said that, and she went on to further elaborate that she's like the reasons were because they lie, they cheat, and then she said, "Well, so do women," and then she says, "Shit, they're just better at the lying or cheating part," and that even when they call men lazy and don't want to work, she's like, "Well, most women, or not most women, certain women, also look for rich men, so they don't have to work." So it's like, what's the difference? So it's an interesting topic. I know it's going to be a controversial topic, but at the same token, she wasn't wrong. Was there a lie there that want the quick the woman to say that man ain't shit? There's also women that fall in the same category of not being shit. So
Motherfucking
what?
thugs.
Your take?
These hoes ain't loyal.
I mean,
The balance here is because
Hoes ain't
it's
loyal.
always when it's
Yeah,
always brought
yeah.
up. It's always with the assumption that men just ain't shit. It's like no, there's women that just ain't shit too. Like
let me tell you something. When they talk about men ain't being shit, it's usually ain't shit women.
Hey, hey, don't hurt them.
he said
Don't hurt them.
if I had like a sound thing, it'd be super facts. Like
Don't
That's
hurt
what I
them.
think. Sitting right there, like men ain't shitting. I think women sitting there like, oh,
I
this
thought
is
it was funny. Like this is that is a prime example is that there's a yin and a yang to everything, right? So all these women complain about all dudes don't want to work. They try to live off their girl. They just lie and they cheat. You got women out here doing the same thing. Like I saw a woman say that she's okay with being a side chick because he's only being toxic to his wife. He's not being toxic to me. And what he got going on with his wife ain't got nothing to do with me. And she was okay with this lifestyle. This is from a woman. So, and on the flip side, like the lady said, women do the same thing. The reason why a lot of women want to marry a man with a lot of money, so they ain't got to work, they ain't got to do shit. He paying for trips. He's taking care of her lifestyle. She's it's the same thing. It's the flip side of the coin, but they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about it.
anyone else want to elaborate?
I just hate the notion that like it's a requirement, like it's something that he has to do in
Oh
terms
yeah,
of like
hell no.
if he's not bringing it again, getting ignored if you're not bringing in a certain amount, even though you might be working your ass off.
Yeah.
My thing is, like I said before, any woman who attaches who attaches money to the man she's with, she ain't worth it. And the man who probably makes that money don't want her. Because
Uh,
all you're saying to me is that there's a number where you can be bought.
eh,
That's all
so
I hear. That's all I hear.
and it's funny because this goes into the next because I figure like when I got all these TikToks that they were all kind of falling in line. You have a particular animosity to this topic because I was like, God damn, there was like a combination. I was like, God damn,
These
but
bitches ain't shit.
there was another video that ties into this one where the chick's on a podcast with two dudes and it's two women, and she says she thinks men have it easier because they can be twos, but as long as they're rich, they can have any type of top notch chick they want. And the guys looked at them like, that's all cap. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean that men have it easier than women because women have to look a certain way to get the attention of men, but for women, or for men, it's easier because all we have to do is be rich. And I said, like, let's break that down. Like, wait a minute. So you said, oh, he can look whatever way, but if he's rich, it's okay. Like, and just like touching on what Geek just said, there's certain requirements that men have to meet, even at the bare minimum of being a two. If he's rich, it's okay. He can get whatever he wants as long as he's rich. But then for women, they have to just look a certain way to get the attention. It's funny to me because for years I have said constantly, for every type of woman, there is a man that fucks with them. For every type of woman, overweight, ugly, pretty,
I would say that
skinny,
the big
short,
girls are getting more action than the skinny girls.
exactly. So it's like it's a fucking like a mind-blowing thing to hear it. Like if you really believe in that, those particular women that believe in this notion, come on, like how the fuck, like For every type of woman, there is a man that fucks with that's into it, that has a fetish for it. But I can guarantee you, on the flip side, there is not a type of woman for every man. Like
Just say it out
there's a
loud.
certain woman that's
Just say
gonna
it.
be like, there is
Just
not
say
a
it.
type.
If
So
Sam
if you
Cassell
look
did not play in
and even
the NBA, that nigga would be single.
exactly,
and then sometimes money don't even matter.
exactly.
If he's not over 6 feet, then
Yeah.
See, I see some goofy niggas still
What
doing
I'm
that.
saying, there's requirements on our side for us to meet their standard, but on the flip side, I guarantee you, and you can.
I
It
think
might be
well,
controversial.
to me, it's like it's so hard. I don't know why it's so hard for women to fathom the fact that a man will like vibe with a chick off personality
Exactly,
and not give a damn what she looks like. Like she's
and then
just really chill to be around, and
the
we
constant
vibe.
reaction is, why is he with? It has nothing. It's the vibe,
It's peace.
but it's funny to me because, and like I said, it's controversial. People, they don't want to make, but they're for every type of woman. There's a reason why there are certain fetishes on OnlyFans that get met, and you be like, how the fuck
Right.
is anyone into this? There is a group of men that go, I'm into this shit, and it'd be like
There,
some
nigga, go to Pornhub. Go to
exactly,
Pornhub. Let's just keep it a buck. Go to any porn website. Click the categories. There will be 400 categories, and I guarantee you gonna fall in. As a chick, you gonna fall in one of them categories, and it's
and
gonna
what's
be a
funny
dude out
is,
here willing to break your back every night. I'm
it's
telling
funny is that it's like, oh, you're saying, but it's clearly evident that there, for every type of woman, there is a man that is into them, but that's not always the case on the other side. So for her to say it's easier for men out here because if he's just rich, he can. It's like, come on, you just kind of flew to if he's rich, like
I
so,
think. Hold on, can I say this real quick? I think dad bods are only in because they associate dad bods with niggas with jobs.
or the to add on that, dad bods means if he's actually a dad and he's taking care of responsibility, he's doing more for them, not just financially, but to take care of her and her kids moving forward. So if she's a mother who's looking for a man that's a provider in that sense, he falls in line with that, not just financially, but he's gonna go take the kids to the park, and he's gonna do this, and he's gonna take them to not Sperry Farm, but you know what I'm saying, like like he's gonna be there, so that they tie that all in to account. But
Like
yeah, I just
I
thought that was
said,
crazy.
as a woman, all you have to do is not be dirty.
That
Shit,
ain't
I'm
even
pretty sure
true.
there's niggas that like dirty
That's not,
chicks.
yeah, that's not even true. Yeah, like there's men that like women that are dirty. Like, look at that nasty bitch. Oh my god, I love her. Look at what she digs into her belly button.
Like Deion Cole, he said on his stand up, he said the realest shit ever. He said, I don't the chicks that's all made up and you dressed all fancy, that don't move me. He said the chick that look good in sweats and a t-shirt, that's what I'm banging that's some real shit because I know
yeah,
this is what you're gonna look like when I wake up.
yep.
This is it. I don't have to wonder who I'm getting today. I'm getting the same chick. That's why I say again,
Office Connect. God
all
damn it, Paul.
all of these so-called beauty standards are set by women.
I'll make
They
this
don't give a
quick
fuck.
reference point before we move on to the next, because all this is connected. It's all from Mo. I used to always say this reference to the woman, and you can disagree or not. Um, if I'm gonna set up an example. Say you're driving down the freeway and you glance over as a man and you see a woman playing with herself, grabbing her titties, who knows.
I'm listening.
100% of men, not once are we gonna think we should call the cops, she's being unsafe.
Oh, not at all. We're
She
gonna
could
slow down.
be she could be attractive or completely not his type whatsoever, and you're not thinking I'm calling the cops.
I'm calling the cops because I'm gonna pull her over with him.
All they're gonna say is it's either gonna be an interesting story to tell his friends later,
Hey, we both pulling her over. You got to come see this shit.
or he's gonna be like, you need help or whatever. On the flip side of that, women will see that same interaction of a man doing something
Inappropriate.
next in a car, inappropriate in a car, and if she
It's me.
finds him attractive, she may say, "Do you need help with that? You
Oh.
can't do it by yourself." But if she thinks he's disgusting, oh my God, he's being unsafe. Call the cops right now. 9 out of 10 times. I
And
know
now
that
he's on-
sounds
And now he's on the list.
It ain't
exactly.
creepy if you cute. If you cute to them, you ain't creepy. You can be
But
the
I'm just
weirdest.
saying,
motherfucker.
I'm just saying, it goes in the line with the whole thing. For every woman, there's a man that's into it. It's not always the case on the other side.
They have a bigger pool though. There's more men.
But I'm just saying, it's
There's
not
more
always the
men.
case. So for it to be the
Nah,
notion that
niggas, some niggas
it's
gotta get left
easier,
out. Some of y'all niggas is
I'm just saying,
left
for the notion to say that it's easier in the big scheme of things, it's not
They're
easier
wrong.
for men.
Those women is wilding. Let's just
Yeah.
say that.
So anyway, all these topics are real. It's pretty much Mo Day today. Goddamn. So there's another string of a TikTok that he sent. I'm telling you, it's a chain. It says the notion that men are this bitch. Wow. The notion that men are emotionally attracted to other men and then physically attracted to a woman, but that they're attracted to other men emotionally is false. So the woman went on to elaborate that saw this and said, "Fuck that. That's not true." She said, "You have to learn. Women have to learn to bond with the men they're with, find common interests and things that they're into, and therefore you will learn to bond with your man." She said she plays video games with her man when she wants to hang out, and they play video games all day. He wants to go out for a drink, she'll go out with a drink with him. So it's like finding those things, common interests with your man will there's those bonds. The reason why that they have those connections with other men because they bond over things that they have to deal with. They may sit there and with that drink, they might be talking about the shit they have to deal with at home. So it's like,
She essentially said that men are emotionally attracted to men and sexually
yeah,
attracted to women.
but it's like it's
40,
not
do
the
you
case.
agree? Do you agree, 40? Are you emotionally
No.
attracted to Kevin? Does he get your emotional rocks off?
But aren't
No.
you just
about it.
like friends with niggas? Like what?
Right.
We relate with each other.
I
Like,
think in the bigger
emotionally
scheme of it
attracted to me.
is it's essentially saying that women fail to grasp the fact that they're not actually having ties to their significant others. They're just complaining that, oh, he rather hang out with them. If you're bringing them headaches and you're not trying to bond with your significant other, that's what she's essentially saying. Bond with him. Go find common interests with him. Like
It essentially boils down to this. Men will have emotional ties when we have it's not even emotional ties. If we have common things, we're gonna discuss and do these common things
together.
and like together. And so what the other lady was saying is like, well, if you actually take interest in some of the things that your men are actually interested in, instead of just always trying to drag him to what you were into, you and like you say, create that bond, you will have a better relationship. It's not that we don't want to do things with our women, but it's like, hey, we're only going to ask you a couple times, and like, okay, whatever, I'll go do it. But we're not going to stop doing what we like to do just because you don't like doing it.
No,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Whether it's video games, shooting, basketball, whatever. Like, we're not going to stop doing our hobbies just because you're not into it.
But just like you said, last topic, the vibe.
Yeah.
If that vibe is there,
Sometimes you don't
backs
want
get
to
blown.
do those things with them though, too.
Yeah, there's certain things you keep separate, but at the same token,
because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I went to play basketball, I'll shoot hoops with Amanda, but I'm not gonna play a game against her because I'm gonna destroy her.
what if she got nice though?
She's 4 foot nothing.
Right.
She ain't
What if
going
she
up
got
to
nice
35.
though?
She ain't gonna win.
What if she got nice though? Then you won't want her there because she might embarrass you.
She'll be out there crossing you up.
If all of a sudden you let her go on like a 6 month whatever, and then she came back nice dribbling, and you're like, wait, what? Like you like, you know what? No, you can't come anymore, Amanda. What do you mean? Nah, nah, you broke my ankles last
You trying
time.
to say
Nah,
she turned into Skylar Diggins on him?
so it's
In
like,
that regard, to me,
Sue
it's a
Bird out there.
balance
She's
for
Sue Bird
both.
out
It
there.
has to be for both.
She out there
Like I
Sue
think
Bird.
everybody has to try to be in each other's common interest and not be one or the other.
No,
yeah,
Like it has to
no,
be
see.
balance.
I think when it comes to a relationship, you have your common interests, and then she has
Yeah,
her thing that she's interested to that you may
yeah,
go out and do, and you have your thing. Like
yeah,
balance.
you gotta have balance, and you gotta have like your own thing because you don't want to be smothered.
yeah.
Like like I don't, goddamn, like shit, like I love you, but damn, like like so it's funny though.
And like
Whew.
that, like dude, stop complaining on the fucking internet and go talk to the motherfucker.
God damn it, Mo. You just dictated this whole thing. Because now we go into the next topic.
What are you talking about?
And it connects to this.
Hey, you see what I did there?
Women not believing in what you tell them when you tell them what you need. So when you tell them what this is what I need from you, and they do everything but what you ask,
Like I said last
them
pod,
learning to listen.
you gotta ask your partner how they receive love. You gotta listen.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so let's say this, for instance, Kevin, you tell your lovely wife, hey, I like my eggs cooked this way. Let's just say scrambled, and she knows she likes eggs, but every time she brings you egg, it's over easy. No matter how many times you tell her, I like my eggs scrambled. You see what I mean?
You
You're
look
telling
annoyed, Kevin.
you're
No, I'm just gonna be like, don't cook me no more
like
fucking
like.
eggs. I'm just not gonna ask you no more.
But this is it's a metaphor. So you're telling her how you're like what you need, and then she just okay. I understand that you say you need me to love you this way, but I don't. No, you don't need that. You need love this way.
Because you halfway triggered me when you used food.
I purposely use food.
We did that shit with meatloaf, and I was like, I like it like this, and then she made it another way, and I was like, it's still wrong. Let me show you how this is how it is.
And it's like one thing that I've learned because my wife does a lot of reading, so she tells me we have all these kind of conversations. So one thing I learned is like it's true. You need to listen to your partner because
Yeah,
like what they need and what you need, you have to give them what they need in the way they need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like let's say like for instance um like if spending time together is how she feels loved, right? So you spending time together, you have to give her that you have to feel that
yeah,
yeah, right. And in return, she then gives you the love you need in the way you receive love. So like I saw another thing like it was like a thing about respect, right? And he was saying like uh um what he was saying. He's like men deem like love like we essentially associate respect and love as the same thing, right? So the fact that our mom will respect us, and and he basically says something like listen and like provide and like she's doing all of like the little things and like taking things off off of your plate, so you're like handling things and knowing like what you're gonna need for like that level of respect is also like interpreted as love. You know what I mean? I
hmm
kind of I kind of forgot exactly how I said it, but what you said it made sense when I listened to it. But it's just like each person, the way you perceive something is going to be different. So when your partner tells you, "Hey, this is what I need," you need to listen to what their need and then fulfill that need the way they need you to fulfill it, and that's how you coexist.
yeah.
I think the
I
scrambled
struggle with
egg
that too.
reference was perfect. That's a perfect analogy for the yeah, explaining it. Because you looked
Yeah,
triggered as soon as he said that.
right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Everyone is like I said like last pod. Everyone is different. Everyone perceives things differently. Like it could be one phrase heard by 100 people, and 100 it can be taken 100 different ways. Like so, it's you have to listen when your partner is telling you, "Hey, this is how I'm perceiving it. This is what it means. Like now, your intentions may be completely different from what they're receiving it, but it doesn't negate the fact that that's how they received it. And so, if you being a good partner, you're gonna adjust how you move, to make it to appeal to your partner's feelings or needs.
Yeah,
Work I'm
that,
still
that's
working on
that's
stuff.
that's a skill in itself to learn to listen and learn and
Yeah,
adapt that because that's
like
also
because if
learning
you
and
come in here with
building.
one more over easy egg, I'm gonna beat you. No, I'm saying.
We don't condone domestic violence here at the
This
Heavyweight
is not the
Podcast.
NFL.
Mo Lethal thoughts are his and his alone. Uh, anyway, as this is also connected, shit. There was another video it sent me where a dude saw a statement by a woman. And it was about not working. And he said when a man tells his wife that she doesn't have to work anymore, and then tells the mindset that she essentially should have when she hears you don't have to work anymore. Mo, do you want to elaborate?
He was basically saying, as men, when we say, "Hey, baby, you don't have to work," we're not telling you not to work. We're saying, if you want to work, cool, work. If you don't want to work, we're cool with that as well. That's what we like. We're giving you the option. You don't have to do this, but we understand that, some women like social interaction and they want to go out every day and have a routine. So what he was getting at is he was like, me telling you not to work is not me trying to dictate your life. What I'm telling you is that I got you. So whatever you
And
decide, I'm good with. So if you
and the
want to work,
passion.
yeah. So if you want to work or you want to or not work, that's whatever. And if so, you want me to hold it down while you pursue your passion or whatever. I got basically saying I got you.
Mhm.
It's like it's not a thing where I'm trying to control you or dictate what you do. This is just me saying, hey, I fully support you. And if you don't want to go in there and clock in and deal with the stress of answering to somebody and dealing with people, like you ain't got to do this.
But yeah, like to add on, he was saying that a lot, like a lot of times the woman who have that mindset of the opposite is usually the women that are in situations where the men that they're with don't have that luxury. So they feel some type of way about hearing that, or they're triggered by it or whatever. But it's like what he's saying is, in that particular mindset, I'm not saying that you don't have to work. I'm just saying you can decide whether to work, pursue your passions, do this, find some way of holding down the house since you're a team and stuff like that. But like I said, a lot of times the people that have resistance towards it are usually the people in positions that don't get the move like that.
Let's just be
So
real. If you live in California, you make less than 80,000, nigga. Both of y'all got to work.
this is
That's just
true.
that's just facts. That's just facts. I'm not trying to no. That's just facts. Because it costs a lot of money to live here. And
It's
then
expensive.
I feel like
I think a
it's
lot of
higher than
women.
that.
Yeah,
I
What did
think
they
a
say?
lot.
It's 140 to live
Yeah,
comfortably.
no, that depends on
Uh,
lifestyle. Um, like a lot of women can say that hey, it's to them it's a flex that they don't have to work. I ain't got the whole everybody hates Chris. I ain't got to take this
yeah,
my you know how many times did Rochelle quit a job? Shit,
yeah.
she let them motherfucker know I ain't got to be here. My man got a good job. So it's a flex to them. And I think on the flip side of that is that I know a lot. My wife will never admit it, but she knows people, and I tell her that they're envious of you. They're envious of you that you don't work. They're envious that you get to stay home, just be a mother, just be a wife. They're envious of you, especially the fact that it's by choice. Like you don't have to. Same thing I told you. If you don't have to stay home, if you want to work, you can work, or if you want to stay home and do your side thing, whatever, I got you. And that's a flex. And a lot of women or people on the outside, they see that as like, man, like they envy that because they wish they could have that. So, but it's not a control thing. Like it's
What's your thoughts
it's options.
on it, Kevin? Because you keep making these facial.
Yeah.
nah, because I'm just confused on. Well, I guess I'm not a woman, so I guess I don't
What
have
do you-
that type of feeling. I'm just confused on where the control thing comes from. How is that
And
even
that's
a
why you're
thought of
emotionally attracted to
control?
geek.
Because there's a control thing. I'm confused. Anywho,
No, you said you're a woman. You don't have those emotions. And I said that's why you're emotionally attracted.
oh, I just don't. That doesn't make sense to me. How you could take that as control, especially if you give an option. You know what I mean? Now if you
Yeah.
go, you ain't
Well,
working. Like,
because they see it as control. Because now they see it as that, okay, this is his money. He dishes me. He tells me what's okay to buy, what's not okay to buy. There's a limit on this. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in that environment, like the Rangers, like the way my house is set up, we got one bank account, and everything is discussed. So it's like, yeah, I go out and make the money, but it's our money.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's not
But
control.
like I said, but if it's like all major purchases are discussed. But I think a lot of women think like, oh, girl, don't fall for that. That he's going to control all the money. It's like, no, you need to have these things in place beforehand.
Yeah,
You know,
so yeah, it's like I
but no
think like
decent guy is going to use money to control a woman, especially a woman who can go out get a job. Like,
I think that comes down to almost like how just the other topics we had in like people who are like have resentment and stuff for that have like a fucked up mentality. Like it's that what we say ain't shit motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Say,
ma'am,
Oh
well,
who
yeah.
why
hurt
can't I?
you?
Huh?
Ma'am, who hurt you? That's what.
Yeah.
Like, that's essentially what it is, ma'am. Who hurt you?
It's like they
That's what it
forgot
is.
to look at what they have actually. It's like stop looking at other people's shit. Just look at what you have actually. Because there's that doesn't make sense to be envious of somebody's shit. Like it's cool, you could want that, but don't be
But the worst thing you
damn
can
putting
do,
what the fuck you got.
but the worst thing you can do is compare your relationship to another relationship.
Yeah,
If what you have works for you and your partner, your wife or girl, whatever, it works for you.
Or your side chick.
Okay, that's on you. That works for you. You know what I mean? You can't you can't try to apply what works for someone else that you think is going to work for you. You know,
yeah.
because what's good
So
for the goose ain't always good for the gander.
I think we're just
so
talking about a bunch of ain't shit motherfuckers.
yeah, that's
Swimming in
essentially what
ain't
this
shit
is.
swamp.
Um but the next topic was brought up by Kevin Wendell here. Accepting the good things in life, even when feeling undeserving, and accepting praise or compliments from people and using those attributes wisely. You want to elaborate further?
Yeah, just I guess some of the shit I look at, I don't feel like I deserve it. Like even if I worked for it and stuff like that, I don't know. It took me a while to like feel like I deserved just living how I'm my house and all whatever, and just I guess I get not that great with praise sometimes, like with comedy and stuff. We'll use that, like how you guys will tell me like I'm funny and I'm good at this and you do this and that and the third. Or people will tell me I'm a good person and stuff like that. I'm not good at taking that and like just being like, oh yeah, I guess I'm a good person. You know what I mean? Like I got to learn how to
You
see what people see
can't take
and
compliments.
apply it. I take them, but you know what I mean? I'm like,
You don't believe
I
them.
don't see myself doing anything special or anything, if that makes
See,
sense. I don't know.
that's how you know you fucking good. You don't think it's special because it's a normal day to you. That's how you know you dope at it. You just
I
being you.
feel, yeah. I like. Do you feel that way about like on like this the show? Did you feel like the love you got from it? Was it did that make you feel like you deserved it, or did you feel like
I feel
because
like
I
I
thought
did.
you wrote a high. I think
I was on a goddamn high just being on stage and making it work, if that makes sense. Like I kind of did what I set out to do was to get people to laugh and not fuck that up. And the high was like shit. I think my high came from more that I saw that I could still do this, and the improvement, and I'm seeing that what the things I did wrong, and I'm still able to see that kind of stuff. Like, so I can still execute and still kind of like be technical with it, I guess. So I don't feel like I was like, oh man, that was fucking excellent, but I feel like I did what I was supposed to do, if that makes sense.
Do you feel like the love that you got afterwards? Do you feel like that you deserved it?
I did because the way I felt going up there. So I feel like I didn't let people down, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? I didn't let people down. I think I was more
Yeah.
fearful of that.
As that to me, I saw someone that seemed like he was in the high and enjoying the moment. So I don't like. I think you should definitely always embrace that. You're a good person. That you, I mean, the love you get is because you're a good person.
I think sometimes like you have to when you're doing so much and things become so I don't want to say mundane, but they become regular, like just normal things that you do. It's hard for you to fathom the fact that there's people that don't do this
Hmm.
because it's so normal to you.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but when you step back, like what? There's 8 billion people in the world. A lot of them motherfuckers ain't funny. Like, just keep it real. A lot of them motherfuckers can't rap. You know, so when you step back, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm nice at this. I can do this. Like, and it's not just and it's not just artistic things. It's just like whether you're a provider or you nice with the pen or whatever, or you like even with Geek with the like Dungeon Master game. Like when you step back and you like kind of have that out of body experience. Like you know what, I'm in kind of dope with this because what I'm doing, it may be normal to me, but it's not normal to everyone else. So, like I can say for me stepping like for me on the outside looking in, like I'm not a rapper, I'm not a comedian. I think you guys are fucking dope. But you guys have been doing this for so long. It's a Tuesday. But to me, I'm like
I,
shit. I would I can't even do that.
what's funny is for me, like even with the show, I think people by the time I got to like song 7, 6, 7, everyone was exhausted and tired, ready to go home.
I
But
thought
then,
real quick, I thought you were gonna do the bars.
what bars?
The fight only God knows between toes. Even
Oh,
I thought you were gonna do the bar. Sorry.
nah. But I when I was rapping, I would look around and I was like, I see Kevin's tall ass moving around the back of the room and he's grinning. Like I can't like even through like the red light, I would see Kevin grinning. And then I would see somebody like in a distance start nodding their head out of nowhere because after a while, I might not be the crowd pleaser as far as like doing club bangers or something, but they'll hear a bar that will resonate and make them before they even realize it or nod in their head because it's something that resonated with them that they fuck with, and that gives me that instant gratification knowing I'm good at this. This is what I'm good at. Like so, like even like what you said, Kevin, when you feel like sometimes some things are undeserving and like you're trying to appreciate them, even if you feel like I feel like that maybe majority of the time, but like those instant notions of like when you say something and this was where you were feeling at your lowest or this is when you were just in a moment and you write that and some like there like when I did the fucking the shackle shit and I was sitting there and everyone was looking at me like why the fuck this nigga sitting down, but I looked through and there was people looking at me. I even saw Tom Bot grin at me because a word hit him and he was like that was pretty dope. And Tom Bach, he's one of our coworkers. He's not an into hip hop like that, but I instantly saw a grin where he realized my fucking friend from work is pretty fucking good at this. You know, like, and it's like those are the moments I live for where you go, oh shit, like, I got you. Like, even if I didn't get anything else from this, I got you to react. And I saw it was a chick that was with her boyfriend, and he must have pissed her off because when I went up there to get my waters, because I kept going back for waters, he would try to talk to her and she was I'm not having it. But at the notion I was doing one of the songs, she was nodding her head and she was grinning because she was fucking with it. And I was like, throughout that being pissed off at her boyfriend, something caught her ear. That's what we do that shit for. Even if we don't get the crowd to react how we necessarily want them to react to what we do, when we get those reactions throughout the crowd when you say a joke that hits. When fucking Brett said something about abortion and fucking Maurice thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. We live for, they might have not fucked with it, but Mo did.
That shit was funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so take that shit.
I mean,
That's
even
part of your
like life
flowers.
too. And like, just because I've had people be like, "You're a good person, man. You make me feel better even when you feel like shit." And I'm like, it's almost like what you said. Like, to me, I feel like that's what we're supposed to do
Yeah.
as people. Like,
Yeah, but you gotta realize, Kevin, there's a lot of ain't shit people out there.
Yeah, and they like to make you feel ain't shit with them.
That's the thing. So when you run
that's the
across,
thing that we said.
when you're used to dealing with a bunch of people that ain't about nothing, when you run across somebody who's genuine, that's a whole nother experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole nother experience. It's like, oh man, like you sit back and it's like at the show you said you were like you was like, I'm glad that we met each other. Like that was just
Yeah.
a real genuine, like just like cool, like then I mean it was the feelings reciprocated, but it's like people, the average person don't have a lot of interactions like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when you meet other people, your guard's all the way up because we'll taught at an early age that you can't trust nobody because you don't really know what nobody's on. So when you're just a genuine person and you do good by everybody you come in contact with, you're on another level because they're not used to that. Most people are waiting to get fucked over.
Or they're waiting to try to fuck you over because they got fucked. But you even said at some point, you said, I love you guys. Because you were riding a high of knowing you did it. You did that shit.
And that
And
was
you
that
and
emotional connection you have with Keith.
yes.
But we don't. That's another thing. We can say that enough as men too.
You don't say it enough. I get it. Yeah, we don't say it enough, but
What's wrong, 40?
Ain't nothing wrong.
Why you say it like that?
Man, the nigga love you, bro. Don't be mad. He love you. You love him back?
Yeah.
Love him back? See, ain't nothing wrong with that.
but
Ain't, wrong,
it's
ain't,
a
ain't nothing
beautiful
wrong with some
thing.
man love.
It's a beautiful thing to see the evolution of this this podcast.
I don't know about you saying it like that, but
Oh, you don't like hearing man love? Damn, dog.
no, the way he said it though.
Ain't nobody talking about fucking.
Yeah. So, with that being said, this has been episode 54, Horace Grant of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys.
Mr. Kevin Wendell, Juneteenth Ellis.
It's your
The
boy, Mo Lethal.
Plantation.
Oh, Plantation Sam, that's what they call me.
Goddamn.
Where you at, Geek?
Oh, but I got shook by that. I got shook by that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Geek 40.
I thought you was making googly eyes at this nigga.
No.
Yeah, hold up. All right, this has been episode 54. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, iHeart, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. We thank you. We love you. Thank you for rocking with us. Again, we're out. Peace.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, you're a real one for sticking to the end. Just want to thank you again for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. 40 out.